why is like Indian cinema different, would you
I
say?
feel why Indian cinema is different is because we really do touch upon our culture. We showcase stories that display our culture, whether it's like depictions of the Ramayana or even other mythological
Mm,
stories. And not just that, even history, Indian history, with some new releases coming up. I think like Chava is also
yep.
coming up now recently with Vicky Kaushal. And even other films like Bajirao Mastani. Like they really do show our Indian history, our Indian culture, and a range of things about our country, which I feel is very different to Hollywood. And we've just got a lot of masala in our
Yeah.
movies,
Yes.
commercialization with the songs, the
Dance,
dancing,
dialogues.
the
Yep.
dialogues, especially that remain etched in everybody's memories, whether it's like the suave dialogues that Rajnikant sir goes through and Vijay's mass. Like, that's just
Yep.
another. That's what makes it unique, I'd say. Like, Hollywood definitely does have its
Yeah.
standouts, but like Indians, it's just different, and it hits you as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. Also, like, I think a big thing for Indian cinema is the star idolization. I mean, people treat them as gods, right?
Exactly, that is true.
Like, Rajnikant and all, they literally look up to them. And I think another difference is cinema experience. When we go to the cinema to watch an Indian film, I think it just hits different. Like, there's cheers, there's people dancing sometimes. I don't think you get that with like Hollywood films, right?
No, no, I don't think you. They're the dancing, the whistling. The
Yeah.
whistling is constant, and even for like stars who have this like really big image, like you see people out at Vijay's movies in India at like 5 a.m. queuing up for the first day shows, 4 a.m. wanting to get the very first day first show, and I feel like that doesn't happen with any other industry, which is what makes us very unique.
Yeah, unless it's like a big like Hollywood production. I mean, like when I went to watch Balia's film recently, they
Yeah.
were like chanting and stuff for him. So, and maybe the fact that I don't know if the characters and the age, like, or the look of certain actors, maybe is a bit more relatable because they're a
Mm-hmm.
bit more realistic. Would you say as well?
Yeah, I say so. I think a lot of them really do relate with the common man.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, except for the fight scenes and sequences, which
Yeah.
we do not do every day, but like, except for the action sequences, like, I feel like a lot of people can relate to the common man that they portray as well
Mm.
in cinema.
Yeah, because I think like Indian cinema. How do you think Indian cinema has like influenced our lives as well? Because obviously, in terms of music, like you have weddings and all of that. So like, how do you think that's actually like affected us in like life?
I feel like the heroes like values usually when you see the hero on screen, whether it's Talapati, whether it's Shah Rukh, whether it's anybody, like you feel like the values that they hold for being the hero, they're the good guy, the positive one. Like they say in our Indian culture, good over evil. I feel like they display the values that we all also relate to, whether it's family values, social values, just our own values as well.
Yeah, because I think also like what makes it like what how it's impacted our lives is like if you go to a wedding and stuff, people walk down to film songs, right? And like I would say when you go to a party, like 90% of like songs or like social gatherings is songs from films, right? I mean, if we had no film, there'd be
No,
no songs or
yeah.
like even I think how you look at love nowadays, right? Like you think it's like Indian film, So I feel like it does have that huge impact because I'm sure maybe with like you, like even like from like other generations, they've surely been into Indian cinema as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. I get my love for Indian cinema from my family.
Yeah.
Like, my family are big film fanatics, so I feel like that's just come down onto me. And the topic of love that you said, because I'm a big Indian film fan, Shah Rukh has raised the standards for all the women
Yeah.
across the generation. So it's just like, if I don't get a man like Shah Rukh, where am I going to find a guy like that?
And that's the thing because Indian cinema is complex and there are so many industries. Like let's just talk about it. Like, do you know how many there are? Because there's an article I've got which says. So, do you want to guess how many?
um, I have no clue. I'm pretty sure it's more than like 20 or 30
Okay.
plus, 50 plus maybe.
So there's this article and it actually says that there's 16 regional film industries in India.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna read like all of them out quickly. So you got like Assamese film industry, you got Bagada film industry, you got Bengali film industry, then you got Bhojpuri
Yeah.
industry, like film industry, Gujarati film
Yeah.
industry, and you also have obviously a Hindi film industry, like the big
Yeah.
ones like Hindi, Kannada, Kokani, Malayalam,
Yeah.
Marathi industry, Oriya industry, Punjabi film
Yeah.
industry, Sindhi film industry, Tamil film industry, Telugu film industry, and Tulu film industry. So it's quite diverse because I think with one country itself, you don't get that many languages
That
like
is very
films. Like
true.
16 is massive.